Okay, so we finally have the numbers for 2024. These are your numbers for January, which really come to the end of December. And we are going to look how this market finally ended up. There were so many predictions at the beginning of 2024. Everybody thought rates would be in the low sixes. The median price could finally go down maybe. I've heard people say up to 10%. And there was a lot of people saying that we would get a ton more inventory. And that actually turned out to be true. Hey everyone, this is Rayce Robinson, your favorite Florida mortgage broker. And let's take a look and see how 2024 ended, at least as far as the numbers go, and especially here in Central Florida. So right now we have 10,049 homes on the market. In December of last year at this time, we had 7,838. So that is a 28.2% increase. So we did get more inventory all through 2024. However, look just from November of 2024 or last month to this month, we dropped 13.4% in inventory. We actually went down 1,600 homes. The other thing is looking at median price. We have been stuck right around this 380 for a while. And if we go back to December of 2023, basically the beginning of last year in 2024, we're about 367. So for people that were waiting for median price to drop, that didn't happen at all. In fact, it continued to increase. And we had 4 months of inventory at the end of 2023. And now we're back to 4.67. And just from last month, we're down 27.4%. And what that really means is the market was pretty flat. Median price did drift up some. Inventory did drift up some. But we didn't get any major changes. And rates stayed really high. There was a point last year where we got rates over 8%. And we have started to come down. And actually, we'll look at rates in a second. We hit all the way to 6% at the end of last year, maybe in like November or so, September, October, and then shot right back up. So the overall breakdown was 6.53% was the average rate in December. This is at 10,049 homes. Of that, there's 6,898 single-family homes, 2,019 condos, and 1,132 townhome and villas. Look at new listings falling off a cliff. We had 3,185 new listings in November. In December, that dropped to 2,510. And sales closed went up from 1,805 to 2,154. And days on the market are 68. And just so you kind of understand how it works, if you basically take the sales close, divide that by total inventory, you're pretty much getting the idea of how many homes are on the market. And right now, that's about 4.67 homes on the market right now. And we will see how this plays out through 2025. So how did it end? Small increase in the median, definitely almost 30% increase in inventory. And at the same time, really that inventory starting to come back down where there's less inventory. Now, I would personally love to see a more balanced market, meaning consistently staying in that 6 or 7 months of inventory. So far, that just hasn't happened. And with the prediction for rates to be lower, and I laugh because at the end of 2024, there were people predicting rates to be 6%. Boy, did they get that wrong. People still predicting that now by the end of 2025 that we should have rates in the mid to low sixes, but we shall see. And what to expect from U.S. existing home sales in 2025 is predicted by 16 different forecast models. And so if you're in the real estate business, you definitely know this to be true. So a normal market is about 5 million transactions. You can see this is from 2017 to 2024. Now in 2020, this shot up to almost 6.5 million. 2021, almost the same. And then rates, the Fed increased rates at really record as far as how fast they increase rates. And look right here, sales just fell off a cliff. We went to 4.19 million, under 4 million last year. So we've been hovering right around 4 million transactions when we really should be over 5. And what's the prediction for 2025? Well, if we take out this high of PNC Bank of 4.6 and this low Moody's, you can see most of the market predicting sales to be right at this 4.2, 4.3 million transactions, which means that basically we're going to have more of the same. I think if you watch that movie Groundhog's Day, 2025 is going to feel very much like 2024 if you're in the industry. Now, if you're a seller, there's really no reason to wait to sell your house. Really, I don't think median price is really supposed to go up 1 to 2%, which wouldn't be a reason to wait as far as selling your home. But one of the things, if you're a buyer, you definitely don't want to wait, because if rates get to where they're saying by the end of the year, that will create more competition. And if we consistently stayed under 4 months of inventory, and we're at 4.6 now, you would see a lot more action as far as bidding on properties and all that. Now, do I think it will get to where we were bidding like properties in 2021 and 2022? No. But I do think that the houses that are really priced right are going to get, and even now they're getting sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5 offers. And sellers that aren't willing to price their house to sell, meaning what the market will bear, they're just not getting the offers, or they're getting forced to lower their price. And buyers are getting a tremendous amount of help from sellers in closing costs and repairs and buy downs on rates. So there's a lot of opportunity if you are a home buyer. And I think that will slowly start to decrease in 2025. And that's because if you look at interest rates right now, the national average is, remember, everyone's rate is different based on credit score and all those different factors. But the average right now is 7%. But let's look at the trend. This is what's fascinating to me. Look how low we dipped in September and October of 2024. We got close to 6%. And at this point, I did lock a few people in 6%. But look how fast this was. A few weeks, the Fed changed their tune, talked about doing less rate cuts, and we shot up literally in 1 month all the way back over 7%. I mean, that is a huge move. And then now we're back bouncing around in the 7 to 7.25% range. Again, the prediction for next year to be 6.5. So that's how 2024 ended. Kind of median at 380, 10,000 homes on the market, 4 to 5 months of inventory. And now in 2025, I think we are going to get a little more of a tailwind in the market, meaning a few more transactions, a little bit lower rates. I think it's going to feel very similar for the most part, especially in the beginning of the year of like 2024. And then as long as there's no new data, something crazy happens, which who knows, something always seems to happen. We should end up end of next year with more homes or more transactions than we did last year. We shall see. Now, as more information becomes available, as always, I'm going to cover it right here. And if you are a home buyer, reach out to me. There are so many programs to help people to become a buyer. And right now, with the help from the sellers, it's about as good as you're going to see, I think, in a long time. So if you want to reach out to me, we can go over that. We can go over your credit. Any questions that you have. This is Rayce Robinson, your favorite Florida mortgage broker. Have a great month, and I'll talk to you soon.